Now, more Live at 5 with Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans on 102.7 The Game.
Live at 5 brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com from the Floor Concept Studios. Big thanks to Jesse Daniels for dropping by, our Green River Area Federal Credit Union guest of the game number 1. Mm-hmm. And now we'll go to the baseball player of the year, Mr. Kadin Ray, Muhlenberg County Mustang, future Moorhead State, the Eagle there. 459 average on the season, 33 RBIs, 31 runs scored, 4 bombs, right? Is that a season record or school record?
School record.
For the season? Or overall? You're the home run champ. So we've had the home run champs on both sides.
You did. You went straight from the Beast to the Kraken.
That's it.
I mean, just like that.
Love it, man. And we've been trying to figure out a way to get you in studio here with us for a while now, man. It's good to have you here.
Oh, it's good to be here. Thank you guys for having me. Yeah. I'm glad to finally be here.
And you do a little radio over there in Muhlenberg, you know?
I do, yeah. I enjoy it.
Sports talk radio is like the dream, right? I mean,
oh yeah.
I mean, outside of
do this,
being a baseball player,
guy,
right?
I've wanted to do this since I was little, always.
Somewhere else. You can't do it here in Owensboro. Because you'll wipe us out.
Right. We're always looking for that up and coming talent to send off to a higher level. But man, I tell you what a career over there in Muhlenberg County. You know, talk about, first of all, playing for that tremendous community. We always joke about who has the best fan base. But jokes aside,
Muhlenberg's in the top 30 no matter how you cut it.
They're at the very top, and then you can just, slice it from there. I mean, I feel like you got a great community to play for.
Yeah. Well, first, who are your top 3? Who are you talking about?
I think the 2 best fan bases in the region were at the 3rd Region Championship.
I do agree with that. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But no, it means a lot. It really does. I mean, looking up when we were rallying in that 6th inning,
it was rocking, wasn't it?
Great.
Oh, it was
crazy.
When y'all scored, it had started the comeback, bases loaded, you get the first base hit. That whole place was rocking.
Yeah, and we're getting out, telling them it was great. There's no better feeling. But the way they get behind us is special. It really is. You're not going to find it in many places. And I couldn't have been more blessed to be there for my entire high school career. It was truly special.
Yeah, and you've been a part of it on the baseball diamond, but also in the gym, right? I mean, you got to go to Rupp a couple times and be a part of the jam-packed Owensboro Sports Center when it's just half the crowd is in the Muhlenberg County blue there. It's just a great bunch of folks over there. And I saw your mom posted a video, man, of you playing. I talked about this before we went on the air, but I watched that whole video because my daughter just graduated Wednesday, so I can kind of relate to this. But to see you go from like the peewee level, and then she had it all the way up and to the varsity level. Talk about when did you start playing baseball? You've been playing since you were in diapers?
Since I can remember. I don't remember a time where I didn't play baseball. I remember I played for this little Pee Wee League. I was on the Pirates. I remember that.
Oh, yeah. You always remember your team.
Coach pitch. I remember I almost smoked my dad with a line drive. I thought I hit it 105 off the bat back then. It might have been maybe 15. But, I can't remember a time without baseball or basketball, truthfully. It's hard not to be in high school playing either of them now. But
did you between the two, did you have a first love? Is it basketball? Is it baseball?
First love was basketball.
Was it?
And now that basketball's over, man, I'm missing it like crazy. They started open gyms again the other day, and I want to go so bad. I really do.
Well, here's the great thing. Here's the great thing about the basketball career being over. You're moving into a college baseball player. Is when you get our age, you're twice as good as what you really were. So don't worry about it. You still got good stories coming up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you'll be playing some pickup games as long as the coaches allow it, right?
If it's allowed, then I'll definitely be playing.
Yeah, man, you got to be around the sports, and talk about your teammates, especially this year. Because I feel like you guys offensively are one of the best teams. And we kept saying one of the best offenses in the region. Then you look over at the pitching staff, one of the deepest staffs in the region. Talk about some of your guys there.
Well, of course, the one, y'all know best, Eli DeBoer. He shocked me like crazy. He
finished second, probably runner-up for our player of the year.
Yeah,
so that's what kind of year he had.
He took the biggest jump from, last year to this year, and I was super proud of him. It was great to have him in the sporting cast. I look for him to be right up there again next year. I really do. Then on the mound, Peyton Carey, he's a dog. He's a stud. Not many people that can hit him, and especially hit him well. Sumner Shelton, that'll be a big get back, especially in the field. He's got a great glove, and I mean he's probably he's the 2 on the mound, so that'll be good. You get Maddox Jernigan back, a lot of speed in the outfield.
Athlete.
Yeah, that's big on the basketball court as well. Dalton Briggins, called him the master closer this year. He was lights out. First 19 batters he faced, struck out 18. I mean, he was lights out for most of the year.
Yeah, we called him the Mariano Rivera, the third region.
Yeah, he was right up there. I tell you one, I think it's going to that I look to make a huge jump next year, and you got to see him play. We just saw him at the very end. Was Brandon? He comes on in the regional tournament.
Good size,
and great size and great velocity. And I look for him to be somebody that maybe didn't throw a lot of innings this year that will surprise the reason next year.
Well, the thing about him is he was out majority of the year. He broke his wrist and missed, 3/4, a little more of the season. And he shocked a lot of people when he came in that game against Hancock. He'd never thrown like that in his life.
Right, it was lights out.
And we were like, who's this fella? Who's this guy? But
that's how you learn about people. You put them in a big spot, and all of a sudden,
you find out.
Got some moxie to him.
Thrown to the wolves.
His velo was up that game. You could tell his adrenaline was pumped a little bit. It was good to see, but I agree. I look to see him make a huge leap into a every week starter next year.
Yeah, we talked about everybody's returning. I think you're like the only
senior.
Yeah, the departure there, and Coach Shelton coming in, Hall of Famer, right? What was it like playing for him? That transition to playing for Coach Shelton.
So this question, I get this all the time, and I give the same answer, and I'm gonna give it again. The guy knows how to win, and he wants to win. It's easy. He's older, all right?
I won't tell you how old he is. I don't know exactly. But my senior year, all the way back in 1991, that's who knocked us out in the Semi State Finals at Franklin Simpson. They went ahead and won the state title that year. So, yeah, he's definitely older.
Right, but you get those older guys, and you don't know if they're really going to push you well. You don't know how much drive they got. He wants to win bad. He'll scream at you. He'll let you hear it. It's great. It really is. I loved spending my last year under him. And he took us from a 10-21 team to a 22-13 team. So it was great to get him in Muhlenberg County. It really was.
Yeah, you could see the stamp. He put the stamp on the team. But the broadcasting passion, where does that come from exactly?
I just love sports. It's that simple. I used to wake up when I was little, and most kids, they watch cartoons. I used to get up every morning at 6 a.m., turn on Sports Center, watch it till 8 every single morning.
Sounds like me. Yeah. I used to get up, first thing I did, because they don't have it. You would get up and you'd read the box score.
Oh,
that was my thing, to get up and read the box score now. You don't do that anymore.
Did you have like a guy that that you always looked forward to, doing the highlights on?
Not necessarily.
Center? I feel like you're younger than. Because back in the, you had like the Dan Patricks.
Right.
Yeah, the Big Show.
Before he went crazy.
Yes.
And then Rich
Berman.
Eisen,
it was Berman first.
Stuart Scott. Those types of guys that kind of made me get that passion. Because I'm the same way. Every morning before school, you got to turn on SportsCenter. You got to watch the highlights. You got to see all the cool catchphrases. I feel like that's kind of lost these days.
Yeah, you don't really see like a certain catchphrase for a certain guy anymore.
It's like cool as the other side of the pillow.
Yeah,
that's
a big
gone.
One. It is gone.
Like, come on, man. We got to get that back. There was so many. But, man, now you're going off to Morehead State, and you're going to pursue broadcasting along with baseball. Kind of goes hand in hand, right?
Yeah, it works out perfectly. I couldn't ask for a better, I guess you could say, job with baseball. But, yeah, I'm excited.
What was it about Morehead that kind of put you over the top that that's where you wanted to be?
So my dream has always been go to UK. And, UK diehard and everything. I love about UK, all that. And Morehead's only an hour, and so I was like, first of all, that's amazing. I can go.
You'll be on campus in no time.
I get tickets to whatever I want. I'm in Lexington an hour watching UK. I loved that. Coaching staff was great. I really like Coach Aoki. He came from Notre Dame 3 years ago, and he's got a winning record. We just won in the semifinal game in the OVC tournament right now. We're in the championship tomorrow. We win. In the past, we've won. I look to carry that on. I'm excited about that. But I also believe that I can come in and I can play. First baseman, most likely is looking to get drafted this year. He was in the draft last year, pulled his name, came back. And then third base is a senior. And I look to be able to play. And I really do think I can hit at that level. I really do. So I just want to get there. I want to get there, and I want to work, and I want to play.
It's not often you see somebody like Kadin it's like, so well liked by everybody, soft spoken, but extremely confident too. I like that part because we're out there talking about who would hit offside. He's like, I can hit him.
Yeah.
I mean, no mistake. Like, I'm not just gonna give you the I couldn't hit him. I'm gonna tell you, no, I can hit anybody, and I love that. It's not. It doesn't come off as like cocky or anything. It's just like
it's just who he is. Yeah,
quiet
it's just
confidence,
who he is.
man. I love it. And man, throughout the summer, looking to get you in and do some shows with us. Hopefully,
I can't wait.
Off, man.
I can't wait. I hope we do. I really do. I'm looking forward.
We'll
to
figure it out.
We're going to figure it out. We're going to get you in here. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And we always like to discover the talent before they become superstars. So we've sent off several guys. I can't figure out how to launch myself, but I certainly can identify talent. That's one of my. I think it's something I can do pretty well. And I'd love to have you in before you hit the big time up in the ESPN one day or something. We say, man, we had Kadin Ray on with us a bunch during that summer. Remember that?
Yep.
Now he's doing Sports Center.
I hope you're able to say that. I really do.
But man, been a lot of fun getting to cover you in all sports and talk about your favorite memories. Maybe just if you have one or two from being a Muhlenberg County Mustang.
Well, that district championship for me, district semifinal against McLean County, I had the game of my life, but. That district championship against Ohio County came in. I mean, number one team in the region. They were. We didn't.
Hey, listen, you don't have to sugarcoat it. There's no love lost between Ohio County.
We don't like them at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say
us.
You're going back to basketball where you completely dominate. I mean, I was listening.
Yeah, it was playing like you were playing, Elgin Baylor or something. It was 47 rebounds and 90 points. It was Wilt Chamberlain out there.
Well, they'd beaten us by 48 earlier in the year, and we had a real bad year. Everybody knows that. And so we went in and we beat him. Maddox Jernigan had 27, game of his life. I had like 15. Canyon had 12. I mean, it was great. Crowd, everybody was standing. Oh, it was the best feeling. But the best memory I have is Rupp Arena.
I was going to say, it had to be Rupp.
Rupp Arena, scoring at Rupp. That was oh man, the feeling.
You can see the glow coming
I'm telling you
about that, man.
One of the greatest things I've ever done was call this year the state tournament in Rupp Arena. Just to be able to walk up there, sit on press row, pull out the radio, and be like, okay, we're coming to you live from Rupp Arena. It's unbelievable.
And I'm still waiting for Rupp to put my jersey in. I scored 4 points. I'm expecting number 3, Ray, up there in the rafters, but they haven't contacted me yet. So
I'll work on that for you.
Yeah, please do.
Oh man! So when we bring you in this summer, what topics you want to hit on, man? You're UK all the way, right?
Are you worried about the roster at UK this year?
Man, I got off work today and I sat there for an hour. I don't know what's going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who we're going to fill in. And that, I mean, we got 7 scholarship players.
So if you get the call from Calipari right now and says, listen, I need you to suit up for UK, what do you do with Moorhead? Do you call Moorhead back and say, hold on now, I've got to go play basketball
I think
at UK?
Moorhead would understand.
They probably would understand, but I would stick with Moorhead. I think I don't want. I mean,
hey, never mind, Cal. Don't call now. He said no.
I'd be a GPA booster. I'd sit the bench, just make the academics look good,
man. But I mean, you got to be a little concerned. I mean, we're not Cal guys here on this show as much. I mean, over the last few years, I feel like it's getting to the point where it's time to maybe turn the page on that a little bit. But a lot of Cal supporters are like pointing to this season as this is the year, right? He's got all the recruits coming in. But, man, the transfer portal has been an absolute bust. We
were pointing out, like, this is the year. I mean, we got 5 incoming freshmen, which we kind of went away from in the past. And then we got 2 young sophomores. I mean, it's not looking real promising right now, but there was a Richmond transfer last night. He entered in the portal yesterday evening. He averaged 19 and 8, I think, and we already reached out to him. I think we'll end up getting him. I really
We're going to get Oscar back.
No, we're not.
I'm just
You
saying.
don't think so?
Nope.
See, Matt Jones he's so far on the other side of the Oscar thing. It makes me think that we're not going to get him back.
Well, did y'all watch any of the NBA Combine?
I watched a little bit.
You watched the scrimmages?
Yeah.
Oscar had,
that's what
he went nuts.
I know.
That's my reservation is that somebody, I think he made a big enough impact there that we're not going to get him back. But you can definitely see the wheelhouse here for UK basketball. What else you got? You a big major league guy?
Yeah,
who's your team?
Cardinals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're struggling a little bit. We're not as bad as the Phillies.
That's true. That's true.
I feel bad for Steve.
Man, that's easy to say that. Hey, it's still May. Last year we were 12 games under going into June, and
it's still early. It's
early.
a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Yeah, we'll probably get swept by the Braves this week.
You missing Yachty yet?
Yeah, kind of. I like Contreras. He's pretty. He's good. He's been in the league for 8, 9 years. He's starting to reach the not veteran, but experienced age. I mean, I like him.
Okay.
He doesn't give near as much behind the plate as Yachty.
No,
does.
they booted him away from catcher.
I don't know the many.
They booted him.
They did for a while. I don't know if he's back. Yeah, I don't know if he's back catching them.
Though.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I looked this morning and he was.
Yeah, he was DHing there for a while.
Still haven't got used to that NLDH.
Yeah.
DH. But I'm glad I did, or we wouldn't have been where we were last year because no Bryce Harper. But man, I tell you what, you can sit and talk sports all day with Kadin. Man, congratulations on a great career at Muhlenberg County.
Before we get to that, I got to ask one question real quick.
Okay.
I always ask one tough.
All right.
Yeah,
you're the most confident guy, but has there been a guy that you've played against in the region that when he was on the mound and you see it in the starting lineup, you think, man, not this guy tonight. I've been struggling, or I've been going good. Right. Who was the toughest guy for you? Everybody has one.
Right, yeah.
Who was the toughest guy for you to handle over your time at Muhlenberg?
I see the wheels turning here.
Yeah.
He's like nobody, man. I can hit them all. Are you kidding me?
Well, I don't know if I can say that, though. It was tough the other night, Noah Cook getting thrown late in the game. Mm-hmm. Now, I felt fine. I mean, I had a rough night at the plate the other night, and I saw him well. Grant Parsons was tough.
Yeah, he's pretty nasty.
I think I had 6 Ks on the year, and he gave me 2 of them. He threw me a low and in fastball, and you're a baseball guy, both of y'all are. Anything like 86 or above, it almost rises a little bit. Mm-hmm. It flattens out. Where you see 78, 75 every day in the high school level, and it kind of has a drop. Seeing him, he throws one at my knees. I think it's way low. I mean, it just flattens out right. Case me back. I struck out looking twice against him.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap and say, hey, you got the better of me.
I played with Grant, the Bombers, with Will Strode, Noah Cook, all them when I was little, and he's always been a stud. But Grant was probably the toughest guy I've faced.
That's a pretty good answer, career. I think, especially the way you broke it down there, and he was a Cy Young for a reason. I think he was one of the more dominant guys, and Noah had a great year too, coming on coming in the middle. What'd you think? What'd you think? Honestly, full transparency. You starting the game, 8th grader on the mound. Yeah. You probably rolled into the park thinking it was going to be Noah right off the bat.
Oh, we talked about it since we beat Hancock County. All right, Noah Cook tomorrow, because we kind of had a feeling they beat Ohio County. Like, all right, we're ready for Noah Cook. Well, they come out and they're warming up Noah Cook, but they're also warming up this other guy. So we're like, what's going on? And they switch catchers. So Cheney warmed up with Cook and Wells warmed up with other way around. My bad, other way around. So we were like, all right, they flip-flopped some things. We didn't know what was going on. Will Strode wasn't in the field. We're like, either they're trying to throw us a curveball, mess with us. I don't know what's going on. Well, then 8th grader came out. We all knew what was happening. We knew he wasn't going deep into that baseball game.
Yeah, everybody did.
We were like, all right, get ready.
He was still impressive for an 8th grader, wasn't he? I mean, unbelievable arm. I mean, and just the way he handled himself.
Yeah. We say this with all respect to Hancock County. We had them a little rattled. We were real loud, and that 8th grader, he didn't bat an eye towards us. I mean, it was
cold-blooded.
I
think I said on the broadcast, it reminded me of just being out in your backyard playing with your brother's wiffle ball. It's kind of how his whole mannerism was the entire game.
And I mean, you would have never thought he was pitching the regional championship. I mean, like I said, he didn't bat an eye towards us. He just went out and he threw so much junk too. He wasn't a fastball guy.
Sure.
He kept us a little out in front, and props to him. I don't know who it is, but props to that kid.
Milburn.
John Milburn.
Props to him.
So yeah, absolutely, man. Kadin, thanks for coming by, man. We'll do this again. I got your number now, so I'll be blowing you up this time. I'm on vacation next week. When I get back, we get settled in. Once the state tournaments are over and stuff, we'll come in and do some summer shows with you.
All right, can't wait.
Thanks, Kadin.
Thank you for having me.
That's a lot of fun right there.
Player of the Year, that's 2023, right. Kadin Ray.
Hey, and he don't let him forget, dominated that district basketball tournament.
He did.
We got to throw that one out there. I'm sorry. That was the greatest night of my life.
I love it, man. That's real talk right there. We'll come back to a little Dano's LA 5 next. Live at 5, 102.7 The Game.